Call to order the May 19th, 2026 communications meeting. Roll call, please.
Harry Weggie. Craig Pennington. Lois Truman. Rod White is absent. Wright is absent. Alderman Plufka is absent. And Chairman Gould.
Here.
Have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Moves on to the next item, which is the agenda approval. I am assuming you all don't have any changes to the agenda, and we can approve that by acclamation. It will be so approved. Next on the agenda is citizen comments. If there's anybody online.
No.
Okay. And then the next, we've got report of the committee chair and members. I have no report. Carrie Weggie.
No report.
Lois?
I contacted
From the school district?
Anthony with the school communications, and I left a message for him that I was trying to follow up to see where they are on their banner joining in.
Okay,
So when I hear back from him, I'll report that, but
wonderful. That sounds great. Thank you for being proactive with that. Craig Pennington?
No report.
All right. Thank you very much. That moves us on to the city administrator report.
No report.
No report there, okay. And department report. Welcome back, Michelle.
Thank you. So looking at our analytics for the month, we had a really good month.
Yeah.
There were a lot of really exciting things. They were pretty public safety focused. We had the opening of the Central Core Fire Training Facility. We had the delivery and in-service of the new fire trucks. So we've seen some really great numbers. So overall, very happy with social media this month and hope to kind of work off of that momentum as we get into summer. Been focusing a lot on, different education pieces through our lateral program. We did one recently about the trash truck a couple of months ago. So just really heeding what we're seeing in terms of comments and things like that on social media, and then turning those into educational posts so that residents kind of are more informed about the different city services that we offer and maybe some other information. So yeah, overall, and really, again, continuing to try to amp up our videos, and those seem to be very, very well received. If you'll see our video views on Facebook last month were over 10,000. It was an 1,300% increase over the last month, so very exciting. So yeah, overall, and then next month, between now and next month, I hope to do a little bit more of a deep dive into the newsletter and hope to kind of bring back some of that conversation we had a few months ago about some of the changes we can make to have our newsletter operate more efficiently and kind of up those numbers. So
Great. Yeah, and I commend you on the fire truck post, the video. I felt like he did an awesome job, and the more we can push content like that, maybe gives
Yes.
other staff members confidence to do the same. But it was very well done, and I know that.
I think that firefighter Urshan did an incredible job on that.
Yeah.
So Captain Urshan, I'm
Captain,
sorry,
yes, yeah.
he did an absolutely incredible job on that one take, and I essentially told him, I said, this is what I'd like to do, and he took it from there and did an absolutely incredible job. Maybe we do one about the EV for the police department, something like that. Street sweeper, who knows? The opportunities are endless. But yeah, that was a really great.
I thought that style of the video was nice. Yeah.
Yes.
Any other comments from the committee members? No? All right, keep up the great work. I like to see that, what I like to see is the click rates of links are increasing, so that's good. I don't really care much about impressions as much as actual engagement and click-through, so that's good. All right. Next on the agenda is the consent agenda. Has everybody had a chance, the meeting minutes are on there from the last meeting. Anybody had a chance to look at those minutes? Anything to comment about? If not, I guess we could approve that by acclamation as well. Is that right, Bola? Yes. Okay. Any objection to doing that? No? Okay, that will be so approved. So now we've got old business, and you're going to provide, Michelle, I think you're going to provide an update on where we are with negotiations?
Yes, so after the last meeting, we went back to Destination by Design to begin kind of scope and budget negotiations to help streamline their scope to better fit what exactly we were looking for. We had a really great conversation with them and were able to, and when they came back to us with their updated scope and budget, it very much reflected kind of what we had discussed within the committee about what we were looking for in the scope of the project. And so they also, in turn, the base cost of the project was dropped by nearly $20,000. So the new kind of base that we're looking at is $65,000, and then we are looking to add an optional add-on of an online survey, which I do think is very critical so that we have ample opportunity for the public to engage in kind of and offer their opinion on this project. So that is an additional $2,500, bringing the total cost to $67,500. There are some additional add-ons on there, and you'll be able to see that in the updated scope and budget. And you know, throughout the project, if there are things that we decide would be beneficial to add on, we can look at that at a later date. So this is presented for informational purposes. We are hoping to move forward with contract creation and have that ready to go for the board meeting in June.
Okay, and things like, do you envision things like hosting a page on our site and information on our site that'll be handled by you internally?
Correct. They'll create the survey, and then I will manage getting that added onto our website, and then we'll manage the promotion of that through our usual communication channels. Also looking at potentially having like a QR code or something present at city events throughout the summer, at Brentwood Days, things like that, giving people the opportunity to participate in that over the course of, you know, our busy season. We have ample opportunities to bring this survey to the people. So we're hoping that, you know, in doing that, that helped us cut down on costs also. Do you have your mic?
Are you going to lock it down to Brentwood residents only, or is it just open to the public?
Well, the events that we have it at are going to be more Brentwood focused. I do need to inquire to them about how we would go about to limiting it just to Brentwood
There's a
residents.
way to do that.
Yeah.
We've done that before.
Yes, so that's on my list to clarify with them as we move forward, that we do want to ensure that it's just Brentwood residents participating in the survey.
I have a question. Would it be all digitized information, like with the QR code? There's no other,
Print media, you mean? Like,
yeah, or one on, I mean, where people, you know, put
No, I
stickies on
don't believe
something
we're
or
going to have
whatever?
any hard copy surveys because the part of the gathering the information is done digitally, and then it's digitally tallied and things like that. I can ask them for clarification
I
on
was
that.
thinking too of where we had a community place where people could come and walk around on the white sheets and put their input or whatever. That, during Brentwood Bound, I will say, that was a huge attended thing and response from that. So to only be digitized, I think, might eliminate some people.
Yeah, we're absolutely open to that idea and can kind of discuss that with them at our kickoff meeting.
Yeah, and I think that, I mean, they do have incorporated into task one, the 2-day field visit
Right,
and
that-
high-level stakeholder engagement. But I do think, and it's something that, Lois, I think that we could, with maybe some materials that they provide us, could even host our own open house and gather that information to provide back. So I think it's something that, you know, that's one of the reasons why I felt like it was good for Michelle to really go through and decide what are the tasks that maybe seem redundant with her role, and maybe those are the things that we could have a strategy for as this plays out.
I have one more
Yep, go ahead.
question. Are we going to discuss at some point where the additional funds are coming from? Is that later on where we're doing that?
Yeah, do you want to speak to how the budget and the plan for breaking it up into 2 budget fiscal years?
That is in the agenda item. So we had 40,000 allocated in this fiscal year for the project. We have worked with Destination by Design, and we do plan to spread this out over 2 fiscal years. So we will utilize the budgeted 40,000 from this year, and then we will budget an additional 40,000 in next year. That will cover the remainder of the cost for the project and also leave us some for implementation. And then as we continue to move forward and need to look more into implementation down the line, we will make the budget decisions accordingly for years to follow.
And just as a, for their knowledge, and then maybe whoever might be listening, how does that budget process work coming up, and what, like, we're not guaranteed a budget allocation for next year, but there is a process for that. Bola, do you want to speak to how that is going to,
During the budget process, Michelle, I would meet with,
which is usually around what time?
it starts now, actually.
Yeah.
We've started the pre-work now. I would meet with Michelle to discuss what she has in the proposed budget and talk about that. If there are additional increases based on any of the line items in the community services?
Community relations, community services,
Community
yes.
services budget.
Line item.
Department, so to speak. And then we'll make a determination based on overall total, what we can fund or not fund, or maybe even push off another year. But I don't think it's such a sizable amount that we couldn't absorb it within the 27 budget.
Great, that's perfect. I just want to make sure covered off on that. And then, so as far as next steps and as it, just for education of the next steps, if everything, contract goes well and we go to the Board of Aldermen, then how do you envision next steps from there?
I would envision their initial kickoff meeting to occur in July.
Okay, great. All right. Good, it's good to at least start to see this moving forward, and hopefully the full board agrees.
Let us know if you have any kind of conflict in the month of July, so that we are guaranteed that you are here for when they are.
Is the date going to be in July on our regular meeting day, or is that some
Hard to tell. I mean,
arbitrary day?
Well, is the initial kickoff going to be a virtual kickoff, or it'll be in person? There'd be in-person kickoff?
two-day visit,
The
yeah.
2-day visit, got it, okay. So, yeah, it probably won't align with our regular meeting, and it'll be a different,
I can't say,
we don't know for sure.
yes, I really have no frame of reference to know when that meeting would occur. It depends on their schedule, our schedules, things like that. So I know that's asking a lot to keep the month of July open, so we'll do our best to,
Hard month to keep open.
exactly.
Definitely encourage, I just want to make sure everybody has the opportunity for that, because it's going to be a great project, and I want you all to feel good about the kickoff and how it starts. So good, well, let's just stay informed about how that proceeds, and then we'll know, I guess, probably more by our next meeting. Okay? Any other comments, considerations, or anything? I mean, again, there's no action for tonight. This was more informational as about how things are progressing. What's that?
Be on the June 15th Board of Aldermen agenda.
Because we're down to one meeting per month.
Oh, that's right. Summer
So
meetings.
then we would have a communications committee meeting the next day, so.
The next day, so we'll know, yeah, from there, and then hopefully have some dates already sort of sorted out for us to consider for a kickoff. That would be great. Okay. Any other feedback to consider before we close that out? Not hearing any, so next item is new business. It doesn't appear that we have new business yet.
No new business to report.
So the second opportunity for citizen comments, and I don't know if anybody's joined, but.
No.
All right. Seeing no further business, this meeting is adjourned.